Tina Babel. I'm a partner at Carmody MacDonald.
My full name is Anthony L. DeWitt. I go by Tony. I'm an attorney with Bartimus, Frickleton, Robertson, and Gorny.
I'm Stacey Bowman. I'm an associate at Husch Blackwell in Kansas City.
My name is Kaiti Greenwade, and I am an attorney at our office in Willard, Missouri, Greenwade Law Firm.
And I'm Allison Greenwade, and I'm also an attorney at that office. We're sisters. We work together.
Well, I do a lot of pro bono work through my firm. I head up the entire program. So what I do is I get a case in from legal services, usually relating to rent and possession or protective orders, guardianships. We have a transactional program, and those cases come in through us, and I then disseminate them throughout the firm. It's good for us, it's good for the community, and it's good for our attorneys.
Through the Samaritan Center, I've been able to help people defeat claims for debt that is stale. And when you can give somebody back a sizable chunk of their income that would otherwise go to pay a debt that under the law they don't owe, it's a good feeling. You know, you're putting shoes on somebody's child, you're putting food in their mouths, just as surely as if you bought it and took it over there. It's a measure of helping people reclaim their dignity in a time when it is sometimes difficult to maintain that dignity. It's hard to hold your head up when the weight of debt is crushing down on top of it. And that's what's rewarding to me.
I have a real love for languages and people from other cultures. I wanted to use my legal training to help people that have come here, don't speak English, feel lost, and without a friend. And perhaps the most vulnerable of these people are those that are seeking asylum in the U.S. I believe I started my first asylum case in 2009. It was a woman from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has a very harsh dictator, and because of her and her husband's political opinion, they underwent horrific torture. Her husband died from the injuries, but she managed to escape. So that is probably the most important, as you said, story to my heart, to see her and the joy on her face when the judge said, "You can stay here. I find that you have a well-founded fear of persecution, and I will not send you back to that country."
I had a lady that had married an American. She was French, and married an American man in France and moved over here, and it ended up being an abusive relationship, and I helped her through her divorce, and it was some big hurdles to jump because we had a language barrier, but that one was really, I guess, satisfying personally, just because it was nice to help somebody that couldn't even communicate with most people in this area. So, and we got that all taken care of for her, so that one kind of stands out for me.
I think that any of the ones where you're helping someone with their children, where you have a parent who has run off or is hiding little ones from the other parent and they're frantic and they don't have the assets or the funds to that someone else might be able to have to go and find where their kids are or help their kids and protect them. And those are always extremely rewarding whenever you can put a kid back in a safe place.
Well, it means a lot to me. The award, it's a I never feel like I do enough, and I think a lot of attorneys feel that way, that we are always, you know, trying to do good, but we get distracted by our cases, by our family lives, by other things that, you know, get in the way sometimes of doing what we should. This award shows me that maybe I'm, you know, doing something right and I'm on the right track.
Well, it's great to be recognized by my fellow lawyers in the Missouri Bar. I am able to do pro bono work because I work for the best law firm in America. I work for Chip Robertson and Jim Bartimus and Jim Frickleton, and those three folks make it possible for me to do what I do, and they encourage me to do what I do. You can't ask for better than that. And having people who are willing to support you, that means a lot to me. And I feel like a lot of this award belongs to all my partners at Bartimus Frickleton who go out of their way every day to take care of people in the practice of law.
It's pretty amazing. I'm very, very honored to receive this award from the Missouri Bar. It shows that the bar of this state values pro bono services, and I'm very proud of that, to be a member of the Missouri Bar that recognizes this type of service.
It's very flattering, especially to know that Legal Services is behind the nomination for us. It is extremely flattering, and it was very unexpected, especially to be so new. We've only had our office for 3 years, and I've only been practicing since 2009 myself, so to feel like I could make a difference in such a short period of time is very rewarding.
Yeah, and I think for me too, I know my parents are really proud, and then all of our grandparents are gone, but they were big into helping people. All of them had special things that they did in their lives to help people that couldn't help themselves, and I just know they'd be really proud of us too, so that's nice to know, to think about them that way.
I would recommend that all attorneys just try it, just do it, get a case. I have a goal for myself to always have one pro bono case pending at all times, no matter what it is. It's easy to forget about it, it's easy not to do it, but if you have a rule for yourself, I'm a lawyer so I like rules, if it's always one case, 2 cases, or you'll just take the first step, most attorneys find that it's probably the most rewarding thing that they'll do in their career, and you actually are making a difference.
If you're going to do pro bono work, you're going to make time for it. And sometimes that's very inconvenient. I've had situations where I've had to reschedule vacations and trips in order to take care of people who had an urgent need. But the payback is not something you can ever measure in money. It's something that warms your heart when you can do something that helps somebody. So if you really want to practice law with consideration for the defenseless and oppressed, go out there and help your fellow man. Get involved with a place like the Samaritan Center or the Volunteer Lawyer Project in Kansas City.
In addition to the personal benefits that you receive, the warm feelings you get from helping someone out, there are many professional benefits, especially to young attorneys taking on pro bono cases, learning how to handle a case on their own. To gain confidence is another side benefit. So I would encourage all young attorneys to start right away taking on some pro bono cases, and there's so many people that need help.
If you just have one of these open, think about how if everyone in Missouri had one pro bono case open, the amount of good you could do.